Okay, this question here is asking us, in general, the wavelength of the electromagnetic radiation, the more damaging the radiation is to the cells. Now, remember, the shorter the wavelength, the more energetic the waves. So the longer the wavelength, the less energy. The shorter the wavelength, the more energy. So in this case, the shorter the wavelength, the more damaging the radiation is to the cells. That's why we use gamma rays to treat tumors, to burn tumors in the body. Now, in hospitals, medical instruments are usually sterilized by what? Remember, microwave is a long wavelength. It's not energetic. We use it at home, maybe to heat up things. So we might use it to essentially kill bacteria in sponges, in cleaning sponges, because the water in the sponge is going to heat up and kill the bacteria, but not the microwaves themselves. Microwaves are long wavelengths, low energy in those terms. Now, in terms of applications, and I'll go through them one by one here. Gamma rays, we use it because it's high energy, short wavelength, high frequency, to look for contraband in shipping containers or to treat cancer by burning tumors. Radio waves, that's the other side of the electromagnetic spectrum. So these are very long wavelengths and low frequency, low energy. We use them to communicate with cell phones, talkie-walkie, Bluetooth applications. We use them also to transmit over the air radio and TV signals. Now, for cell phones, sometimes people will say that we use microwaves. Either answer, actually, it is correct, because the frequency used for cell phones are right at the border between radio waves and microwaves. So some people choose to call them radio waves, some choose to call them microwaves. That's all right either way. Now, next, ultraviolet light. We use it to check for counterfeit $100 bills, to kill bacteria, even viruses. For example, right now they talk of using ultraviolet light, the energetic portion of it, to kill the COVID-19 virus, to sterilize water and medical instruments. That's what this question is, to sterilize medical instruments. So that's ultraviolet. Microwaves, what do we use them for? To transmit GPS navigation signals from satellites to cars, satellite phone and cell phone communication, warm up food in the kitchens, radar communication. Okay. Now, what about infrared? Infrared, we use it to keep food warm in fast food restaurants, to study the health plant with drone or satellite images, since dead plants will appear dark in infrared images. You send the drone to take pictures, and then when you look at the picture, areas where it's going to look dark, you know that you have an issue, then you can go back and take care of those dead plants. Night vision goggles, since humans, animals, and living plants appear bright in the infrared. So at night, if one wears night vision goggles, he's going to see all of these. Now, X-rays, we use them to detect broken bones and dental cavities. We use them to detect hidden landmines under the soil. In general, to detect hard objects and their softer ones. And we use them in airport security as well. these devices that you go through in airports use X-ray to detect metals and hard objects. So the answer to this question: in hospitals, medical instruments are usually sterilized by ultraviolet light. And then most of the sun's UVC radiation is absorbed by the Earth's atmosphere, and actually more directly it is absorbed in the ozone layer by the ozone, which is molecules of oxygen 3. So the ozone is going to absorb most of the UVC radiation that reaches the Earth, and that's part of the atmosphere.